What if the confusion you're fighting right now is not chaos? It's God quietly tearing up your old map to draw a new one you never expected. You thought you were being punished, abandoned, maybe even overlooked. But heaven has not gone silent. It has gone strategic. And the silence is the sound of God rearranging everything beneath your feet. One hidden sign He's repositioning your life is when the things you used to thrive in suddenly feel uncomfortable, like the friends who used to feed your spirit now drain your peace. The environments that once felt like home now feel tight, itchy, and wrong. It's the divine nudge in Exodus 3 when Moses is herding sheep in obscurity, and a burning bush interrupts the mundane with a call that shatters routine. When you feel unsettled for no clear reason, it's a clue that you're being rerouted. Another sign is when doors you prayed for suddenly slam shut, not because you weren't worthy, but because what's behind them would sabotage what you're being shaped to carry. Ask Paul in Acts 16:6, who was blocked by the Holy Spirit from preaching in Asia, not because it was evil, but because it wasn't the next assignment. Closed doors don't always mean no, sometimes they mean not this way, and the detour is divine. You'll also notice God shifting your relationships. People may ghost you without explanation, mentors may fall silent, and connections you thought were forever suddenly dry up like Elijah's brook in 1 Kings 17. Don't panic. God often prunes in private what doesn't match your next season. And when the brook dries, it's not a punishment, it's a pivot because the provision is moving. Another clear sign is when your inner desires begin to change without your permission. What once mattered deeply starts to lose its grip, and new burdens rise that you can't shake even if you tried. Philippians 2:13 says God works in you both to will and to do his purpose, which means he changes your want to before he changes your where to. You'll begin to crave things you've never craved. Purity, discipline, obscurity, or silence, because the appetite of the called is always different from the crowd. Lastly, you'll know he's repositioning you when your suffering becomes strangely sacred. The pain doesn't shrink, but the way you carry it changes. Like Joseph in Genesis 50:20, what they meant for evil, God was using for good all along, but he couldn't elevate you until betrayal had taught you how to bless your enemies. So when you feel stuck, blocked or shaken, it might be the hidden hand of God flipping the page of your entire story. Don't curse the confusion, study it. Don't fight the isolation, lean into it. The shift won't always come with thunder. It often arrives wrapped in stillness, sealed in obedience and soaked in unanswered questions. And the scariest part? He'll often reposition you without your permission, because your calling is heavier than your comfort. So stay alert when things stop making sense, because that's often the first confirmation that God is making space, not to remove you from purpose, but to realign you with it. The real test isn't whether you can spot his voice in the fire or the whirlwind, but whether you can trust his fingerprints when all you feel is fog.